I've been in this institution for 5 years. And over the course of that 5 years, I've heard many of my liberal friends and a lot of friends from the Congressional Black Caucus talk about how there is targeting and unfair treatment of African Americans in the criminal justice system. I've heard them. In financial services, I hear them talk about how big financial corporations target African Americans and minorities. As I turn on my TV, I listen to Black Lives Matter talk about how police and law enforcement are targeting African Americans, minority communities. I hear a lot in this institution from minority leaders about how their communities are targeted. But what I don't hear them talk about is how their communities are targeted in abortion. There are some stunning facts. The African American community is 15% of the country as a whole, but account for 40% of the abortions. 15% of Americans, 40% of the abortions. In New York City, the most recent stat, African American women had more abortions than live births. There is a targeting going on in a lot of spaces and a lot of places. And it's going on in the abortion industry. And my friends, my liberals, Congressional Black Caucus members, they talk about fighting for the defenseless and the hopeless and the downtrodden. But there is no one more hopeless and voiceless than an unborn baby. But their silence is deafening. I can't hear them. Where are they standing up for their communities, advocating and fighting for them, their right to life? Black Lives Matter. They do. And Indian and Asian, Hispanic and white, all those lives matter. We should fight for all life, including life of the unborn. Listen, we talked about this a lot tonight. In 2 weeks, there's going to be an amazing march that takes place right here at the Capitol. And you are going to see tens of thousands of people come out and support life. Now, you're not going to see the national media cover this. They're going to ignore it. Tens of thousands of people. Just think how powerful that rally is going to be when you have Reverend Al Sharpton standing on the stage talking about how he's going to fight for his community and his unborn babies, and all the Congressional Black Caucus standing behind him going, you know what? We are going to fight for these defenseless and voiceless little babies in our community that are being targeted. And just think, if our president, who sheds a tear for violence, goes to the West Wing and sheds a tear for the unborn, I can only hope and pray. I yield back.